given the experience, I know it's only been a year and a half, but do you have any other comments or advice for lawyers who are looking to expand their practice?
For me, because it seemed like a daunting process at first, um, as lawyers, you're always trained to think about the worst case scenarios or ethical issues that pop up. And that all turned out to be much smoother and easier than I ever anticipated. You cover your basic bases with, client notification or the trust account issues. And it's been much smoother than I ever would have imagined, especially with maintaining the existing client base for the target firm and all the transitions from not just an ethical standpoint, from a practical working relationship standpoint. There have been almost no hiccups at all.
Great.
And what I would say to folks who might be in my position considering this down the road is don't let your nerves get the best of you when you're thinking about how difficult this could be from an ethical standpoint or along those lines, because it's not nearly as big of an issue as you think if you do everything the right way.
And obviously I have a lot more experience too, since we worked together, right, over the last year and a half or so of doing these. And you bring up a really good point. That is a common fear of the acquirer, is navigating the issues related to the client notice. Are the clients going to come with me because they don't have to, as you know? So that's good actually to hear that you really, it sounds like it was pretty seamless for you, which is great.
Seamless. Yep. So that has been another reason why, I think if there were folks in my position who are considering the possibility, it's another reason why my advice would be to be aggressive. Go for it.
Sure.
Because the opportunity to grow exponentially overnight just does not come by very often. And it's not as big of a hurdle to get through the transaction, and then the transition is something that you can handle, especially if you have someone like Joe on your side who helps you get through that process and helps you foresee some of the issues that you will face in that first year after the transaction. So nothing comes at you that's too big of a surprise, and it's not something that you can't then handle.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time. I think other than calling me smart earlier, which maybe damaged your credibility a tiny bit, I've enjoyed talking with you, and I appreciate that your willingness to participate. I know you're a busy man. You have a growing practice. You have a growing family. And I just want to thank you again for choosing to spend a few minutes with us. Very helpful. And hopefully we can continue to work together as you iron out any remaining transition issues.
That's great. That sounds great. And thanks for everything, Joe. I appreciate it.